welcome to today's edition of Game Over, and today I will focus primarily on cricket for three reasons. One, the Oval Test match starts tomorrow, and it's one of the most important Test matches that India will play under Virat Kohli, because the series is 1-all. Can India go on, win the Test match, assert themselves again? Mission domination has to continue. On the other hand, if England does win this one, it will be a very difficult one to come back from a two test to one down at Manchester and close out the series on an even keel. So you would want the Indian team to come back full steam, fire full cylinders and make it 2-1 at the Oval. As far as the team selection is concerned, that's what I want to focus on. I've said this in the past on this show, I say it again. I think Ishant Sharma has to give way to Ravichandran Ashwin. If you see, Ashwin played for Surrey, knows the ground, record. Off spinners have done well, spinners have done well in general. So Ravichandran Ashwin definitely makes my team. The second change, if at all a second change is done, can be a Shardul Thakur, a Prasidh Krishna who has been dovetailed into the Indian team today at the request of the team management, or Shardul Thakur, Prasidh Krishna can come in for Ravindra Jadeja. That is the second change that I envisage can happen. But the one change which I think will happen is the one that I said, Ravichandran Ashwin for Ishant Sharma. The batting group, according to me, remains the same. Rohit Sharma has been very good. Ajinkya Rahane will get an opportunity, and I know for a fact that Ravi Shastri has spent considerable time with Rishabh Pant with that angle. So that's how I believe the batting order will shape up for the Oval. And I have very, very decent faith that the Indians will make a comeback and make a much, much better Test match at the Oval. Will be very, very keen. I also have to say that England looks a better team with Chris Woakes coming in. I think they might just drop Sam Curran, get Chris Woakes in, batting equally good, and maybe a right-arm swing bowler with pace makes a difference. So that's one possibility. Mark Wood is still being assessed. So England also looks a better side. Butler missing out with spending time with his wife for the birth of the second child. Johnny Bairstow will keep wickets. Sam Billings makes the team. So England also looks to a degree a better team going into the Oval Test match. So that's how I will analyze the Oval Test. Going forward, I will now focus on the Indian. Going forward, I will focus on the Indian team for the ICC T20 World Cup. And as we speak, the Indian captain has just addressed the press at the Oval as well. The Indian team will be announced on the 6th or the 7th of September, and I think it will be a 15+3 team. Several players pick themselves. Obviously, Rohit, Rahul, Virat, Surya Kumar Yadav. I think Shreyas Iyer will make the team. Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya. That's more or less the batting group that India will field there, and it's an explosive batting group with quality. Rohit, Rahul, Virat can steer the innings as well. Surya Kumar Yadav explosive, Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya explosive. Shreyas Iyer looked very good touch before he got injured. We've got match winners there. We've got Ravindra Jadeja as an all-rounder. Think of Dubai, the conditions will favor Ravindra Jadeja. So we've got Jaddu as the all-rounder, Hardik's bowling. And we've obviously got Jasprit Bumrah, Deepak Chahar. Will it be Shardul or Nattu, Siraj or Shami? These are some of the questions that will confront us. Among the spinners, I think it will be Yuzvendra Chahal and Rahul Chahar. So that's how I see that T20 team being announced on the 6th or the 7th. Two more points. The IPL tender is now out. Two new teams. The base price is being 1,700 crores, 22,000 crores. And from what I understand from the market, the bid can go up as high as 3,500. 3,000 crores is a very realistic estimate for an IPL team. The BCCI expects to earn 6,000 crores from the sale of two teams. And the money has to be paid staggered in a period of 10 years. And the final point, the Indian women serving 14-day hard quarantine in Australia. Difficult, very difficult. Small rooms, some barbells and some dumbbells in the room, cannot go out and train. The men, remember, last year had the opportunity to train during quarantine. That is not there for the girls. This is something, when we talk about athletes' mental health, this is something you must talk about, that if an Olympic Games can be conducted with regular RT-PCR testing, why should the Indian team have to serve a 2-week hard quarantine in Australia? That's what I wanted to speak to you about today's edition of Game Over. Back to you tomorrow with plenty more. Thanks very much for watching.